You're stepping into a place of transformation now, a space where possibilities unfold naturally. And as you settle into that space, imagine just for a moment a pattern, a behaviour that repeats itself over and over again, like a song stuck in your head. You've probably noticed it, that I should have thought. The one that loops endlessly, like a tape you can't press stop on. But here's the thing, when you think I should have, your brain is responding in a way that's actually very powerful, very deep. It's activating the same neural pathway as something highly addictive, something like cocaine, something that has the immediate pull, that craving for something that might not even serve you. You see, it's not really the thought that gets you, it's the emotional charge behind it. And isn't it interesting? Isn't it fascinating how your brain can get caught in that cycle, like it's chasing something, but never really catching it? Now as you notice this, can you begin to understand that you're in control? You see, the same brain that holds these patterns, these thoughts, it can also release them. And when you begin to step outside of this loop just slightly, just enough to gain a new perspective, something magical starts to happen. You begin to see that I should have. It isn't really telling you anything useful, it's simply a pattern. And what's even more intriguing is, every time you catch yourself saying I should have, you have an opportunity to choose differently. Isn't that something? Because now your brain, it's not just responding to the past, but instead it's ready to step forward into the future, into a space where you can choose the thoughts, the beliefs, and even the behaviours that truly support you. Think about this. I should have. It activates an emotional response, right? But instead of staying stuck in that, imagine instead, when you think of those moments in life, you could say to yourself, I'm learning, and notice the shift. As that simple change, it starts to transform everything. The energy behind it, the emotional connection, it begins to dissolve. The old patterns that no longer serve you. And as all this happens, you begin to feel lighter, freer. Like you've let go of something heavy, something that wasn't really yours to carry in the first place. And just as easily as that thought, I should have, comes up, you can replace it with the belief that you're constantly growing, constantly expanding, and that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. Each choice, each action, is part of a beautiful, perfect process. You might even say to yourself, it's all happening just as it's meant to. And in that moment, feel how your mind and your body respond to that shift, because, in truth, you're so much more capable than you realise. And this realisation, this deep knowing, it feels right, doesn't it? Now take a deep breath and just pause for a moment, realising that these beliefs, they're becoming a part of you. That every time you engage in a new belief, you're planting seeds for something new to grow. Each new belief, each new thought, it reinforces the power, reinforces your ability to choose a new way, to break free from the old patterns that may have held you back. And you begin to realise that the process itself is not only simple, but it's incredibly empowering. Isn't it amazing how you can now recognise when a pattern is starting, and with that awareness, choose to shift into something that aligns with who you truly are. Notice how easy it becomes to let go of the things that don't serve you, to break free from the old should-haves, the habits, replacing them with something more expansive, more empowering. Now as you step further into this space, you begin to realise something else. The fear, the uncertainty, that used to show up with the, I don't know what will happen if I change thought. This begins to soften too, and in its place a new belief emerges, one that says it's safe to change, it's safe to grow, and you start to see, feel and experience the world around you in a whole new way, one where change is natural, effortless, a part of your life. And as you embrace that, you recognise in the incredible power of these shifts, of these choices that you're making, and how they create an undeniable momentum that leads you forward into the future full of growth, freedom and possibility. Because you know deep inside that the choices you make today, they're creating the future you want. You have the power, the ability and the belief to shape it, to transform it, to make it exactly as you desire.